Look, I just want to say I had this whole fucking video recorded yesterday. It was fully done, like 35 minutes long. I go in to edit it, mic's off. Fucking. It's not OBS's fault, but. What the fuck? Anyways, welcome to SPDL Week 1. We are again against Fat Rat and the Mexico Mimikyus. Their team should be on the screen, hopefully, if OBS isn't being gay. Okay. Halucha, I don't even know if I should go over the whole thing again, because what if my mic's off this time? What if it is? I hate it here. So we have Halucha here. This thing puts in the work against his team. I just need to chip some things down. This thing wins. Sharpbeak, Brave Bird Roof, CC Swords Dance. You may think Wyron Moldbreaker, Unaware Clef is the thing. Originally, okay, wait, okay. So before we go into that, EV's fucks his team. Adamant outspeeds everything other than Cinchino, and Oko's like almost everything. Yeah. And lives uninvested Clef Moonblast. Right. Yeah, it does. Originally the set I had was this. Expert Ball SD Dual Wing beat CC Ironhead with the same spread. It did the same thing. Thank you to Matt. He suggested that I should run Brave Bird Sharpbeak. It's better, and I don't waste a coverage move, and then I get Roost on here too. Scissor here, mostly for Buzzwole, and it can wall Cinchino too. Cinchino doesn't do shit unless it's like Specs, Technician, HP Fire, and if he's that, he loses to the rest of my team. That thing just gets set up on Lucha. Lefties here, Dual Wing Beat, Roost, Defog, Bullet Punch. Let's go to the notes here. Oh, what the fuck? Let's go to the notes here. Creeps Uninvested Buzzwole, gets 3 code by CC from that thing. The Oko's almost most Buzzwole sets unless it has like a good amount of bulk with a wing beat. It keeps the rocks off the field, which is really good for me with the defog. And then in 2 goes the Clef if it doesn't have a Babiri Berry, but it probably will be like Babiri Berry Fire Blast is what I'm assuming. Coco here. This thing's just to set terrain for Raichu, since Raichu's a really good breaker against his team. Terrain extender for Raichu. This thing actually does do very well, though. Oh yeah, this is our spread, 84, 140, 68, Impish, 116. This thing, it's 2 codes and invested Bronzong. It outspeeds the whole team other than Scarfers and Cinchino. I don't think that thing's coming, even if it does. Wall. 2 codes spread after Bronzong, and 2 codes Venu after Rocks. It doesn't get 2 KO'd by Clef. Moonblast, I think? Yeah, it must be Moonblast. Clef doesn't get ground coverage or poison. So other than Recoil, I don't get 2 fuck! I don't get 2 KO by that thing. Next we got our Muck here. I really like this set. Lumberry, that should be Poison Touch, but I accidentally left it on Gluttony, because originally the set was this. Then I thought about it. I thought, instead of Brick Break, I should run Rest with the Lumberry. So that way, because this thing's mostly for Bronzong and Corsola, because those are 2 of the things that stop Halucha from winning. So if I get Will-O-Wisp by the Corsola, I do jack shit, and then this thing just becomes sack fodder. Which is why I brought Lumberry Rest Recycle, and it's bulky. It can knock it and trap it, so Corsola is fucked against this thing. And if Corsola loses its Eviolite, it just gets fucking fucked by Halucha plus 2. I don't get 2 KO'd by, that's Kogo. Nightshade 5 hit KOs because of the 401 HP stat. You can't see that. Whoops. That's Coco. Why do I keep looking at Coco? That was Coco too. Oh my god. What am I even looking at anymore? I'm sorry. Fucking Nightshade I take 2. No, I get 2 code by Uninvested Earthquake from Bronzong after Rock's Chip. Yeah. Next, we have Raichu, I think. Yeah, we got Raichu here. Our boy Killa, Surf, Rising Voltage, Psyshock, Electro Ball. 252, Modest 32, 224. Surf, Rising Voltage, Psyshock, Electro Ball. I'm pretty sure it's made to outspeed like Scarf Crook. Yeah, I think it's Scarf Crook. Maybe Cinccino? Probably not Cinccino. If I get this thing in and with Electric turning up in a good matchup, and it looks like I'm about to click Rising Voltage on something like the left, I could just click Surf. Oko's Crook, 2Ko's Rotom, so Rotom cannot switch in. It has to swap out again. Then I get some good chip on something. Then he doesn't know if I'm clicking Surf or if I'm clicking Rising Voltage. 6 code by some Bracket Crimson. Chip's great for late game Lucha, because, yeah, Lucha fucking fucks the fuck out of his team. Rising Voltage is good too. Psyshock always 2-hit KOs Vino at worst. By that means if it's like max HP, max def. Wait, max HP, max def, my bad. I'm assuming it's gonna be Spadef to stop. I don't even fucking remember at this point. And then Electro Ball hits the Corsola and Bronzong really hard because they don't really take much from Rising Voltage because Bronzong is levitating. Is that it for Raichu? I think so. Fuck. We got Lando here. Stealth Rock knockoff, Earthquake Gravity, lefties, 180, 116 Adamant, 170, 240. This thing, Gravity Earthquake, is for things like Bronzong and Rotom Heat. Stealth Rock's really good against his team. Knockoffs for the Corsola. If I knock that thing off, Hawlucha wins. Yeah, this game's just playing to Hawlucha. I take 3 Moonblast, Run, and Busted Clef. I Oko Cinccino after Rocks, and I take 2 Banded 5 hits from Tail Slab when they're at +1. I didn't put that there, but I'm pretty sure I also take Triple Axle. And then, yeah. Is that it? I think that's it. Should that be? Yeah, I think that's it. Cool transition. Whoa. Okay, hopefully I edited it correctly and cut that part out, because I am stupid. He brings the Bronzong, Mega Venu, Crook, Rotom Heat, Clef, and Corsola. Basically what I expected. I thought, what's it called? I thought there was a chance that something like, Buzzwole would come. It didn't. That's fine. And Buzzwole nor Cinccino came, meaning Scizor is more expendable. It's really only here. Maybe get a little chip on Clefable. We don't really need it to, but it can. And Defog. That's literally it. So I'm gonna lead Coco here. I'm expecting something like either a Bronzong lead or a Rotom lead. Rotom probably, because of my Lando lead, looks pretty obvious. He could lead something like Corsola, maybe go Clef to set up his rocks. Maybe go Bronzong to set up his rocks. I lead Coco here. It's like if you turn on something, music off. He leads Bronzong here. I'm like, okay, it's probably clicking Earthquake. Let me go into my Scizor. Right here he reveals some good tech. He has the Steel Roller. I like that tech. That damage reveals to me that he's he's not offense. Oh, no. The damage from U-turn revealed to me that he was Spadef, probably for Raichu. I was assuming Spadef, but that guarantees it. That means it dies to +2 Hawlucha. Even if he's like Rest or something, it dies to +2 Hawlucha. As long as he... No, I think it guaranteed does. He has to have like a good amount of physical bulk. And the damage revealed that it was like... No, Fizdef. I'm pretty sure. I go Muck here. It could have Earthquake. I know if I take an Earthquake, I could just pursuit this thing. I think I pursued it. Do I knock it? Oh, wait. What? What did I do? So I go Muck. Why did I go that? Oh, okay. I'm stupid. My bad. So I go Scizor here, expecting a switch into... What did I expect to switch to? I think it was this. Was it really this? No. maybe course. I don't remember at this point. I played this game like fucking over a week ago. um, anyways, I click knock here on his volt switch. He goes into Vino. That's a good play. I was thinking about pursue, but I decided not to because he could go for something like a Will-O-Wisp or an overheat. So I go into Lando here, right here. So into Mox, it seemed that this thing was probably going to bring a hidden power. I assumed hidden power, probably fire. I mean, no, it's going to be fire or ice for one of my quad weaknesses. I assume probably fire, just because if it's not fire, it's really not touching my. It's not touching my not my Venusaur, my Scizor at all. So I assume HP fire here. So I want to see if it's HP Ice or Fire, which is why I go Lando. I threaten him out because he doesn't want to take he doesn't want to take an Earthquake. I go Sensor here to see if he's gonna HP Ice. He stays in. He seeded before, which was a good play. Now I'm gonna switch out again back into Lando because now I think he's not HP Ice and he's probably HP Fire. Honestly, these plays were kind of bad. Why I just wasted turns seeing if he was hidden power. He clicked seed there again. I still think he's probably HP Fire. He just wasn't worried about Scizor. And then he goes out into his Corsola here. I set up my rocks. Right here, I'm like, hold up. If I can knock this thing off, I will be in such good position. So, if he stayed in, and he did stay in, I click knock there. That thing's EV light's gone. Halucha. Amazing. Since we already know that this thing's SPDL, and this thing's knocked off, meaning dies. The only way he lives this is if he's like Boots, and if he's max HP, max Fizz Def on this thing. He's not going to be, I don't think so. It wouldn't really make sense. He would probably have to run some investment just because if he brought this thing, it was probably going to be for Raichu. So I don't think it could be Fizz Def. If it is, good prep, I guess. He Wisp here. I knew he could do that. I knew he could Strength Sap, shit like that. I wasn't really worried. He could have set up his rocks there too. I think I need to switch out here, Quake here. I'm going to Mux, so I can pursue Trap, but he sets up his rocks. I don't really mind that. I pursue here. He stays in. I had to pursue because Knock wouldn't have killed from there. So I might have as well have pursued it. He clicks Strength Sap here. Good play, good play. I knock again, just get some damage off on this thing. He Wisps here. I reveal my tech, the Lumberry. I just click Recycle here. Sorry that my words are like stringing together. I'm just trying to get this done because I don't want to. If it like does the thing again, I'm gonna be so pissed. So he's just like wearing down. No, he's not even wearing down my mug, but he's getting rid of its attack stat. So I go Coco here on Unexpected Nightshade. He does go Nightshade. Good for me. Coco takes Nightshades. I just U-turn out here expecting probably a switch because I'm pretty sure it died to a wild charge. So he stays in. So I'm like, alright. Okay. He stayed in. So I was like, alright, he's probably clicking Will-O-Wisp here. He probably calced the damage off the first U-turn so he knows that I'm physical Coco. So I go into this thing here because this is my only non-physical attacker. I could have went Lando here, but Lando's not really doing too much to this thing. I mean, it does a little, but not too much. I click Surf here, expecting one of his obvious Surf switch-ins to come in. He goes Clef. I don't really understand that play. This thing gets to a... it might die. I don't know. It either dies or gets to a KO by Rising Voltage. This reveals Clef is... I don't even remember. I forget if it's Fizz Def or SPDF. Either way, I knew that because of his investment, it still died to the Brave Bird. It died to the Brave Bird either way. And then he also revealed here that he was unaware. So my tech did come to work out. So I brought it for a reason. I go Lando here. I think this was just for a sack. Because right here is when I realized, alright, if I just get a clean... if I just set up with Halucha, I win from here. So I just need to get this thing out, get him into something like Crook or Venu. Something that I knew would be pressured to get out if I brought in Halucha, and then I can just sword stance up on the switch on that and then win. The only thing I'm scared of here is the possibility of Scarf Krug. I think he's probably either like banned Scarf or Sash here, but I'm less on Sash because if it was Sash, I would probably live. But yeah. So I go into this thing. He reveals Wish. That thing is going to be annoying because Wish Clef is annoying. I just click Knock here because he would have healed up anyways if I quaked. So I wanted to get rid of this thing's item. He goes into his Crook here. I'm like, okay, whatever move he clicks doesn't kill because this thing doesn't get Ice Fang. OBS. Okay. He doesn't get Ice Fang, so I'm fine here. I guaranteed live any hit. I live a Stone Edge, I live a Crunch, I live a Knock. Do I live a Knock? I don't know if I calc that. No, I'm pretty sure I lived anything because I stayed in here for a reason. And I was like, then I can just sack this, but I can knock this thing off, get rid of whatever item it is, and then if I sack this, I can just go Lucha, set up a SD since he's forced to switch out because of my Muck, because he needs to keep this for my Muck. So he goes for the knock. Oh yeah, I did know the knock. So I just knock his item off here. He reveals to be Scarf, so that means its item's gone. Halucha wins. He misses a Fire Fang here. Didn't really matter. He probably should have went for knock here. I wasn't switching into Scizor because Scizor's at 64%, but it's whatever. I just get a little chip that doesn't matter at all on this thing. I can just go Halucha here. I click Sword Stance. The only way he stopped this is if he brought some kind of move that okay. The only way he stopped this is if he stayed in, predicting me to Sword Stance and clicked Knock Off, because then I don't kill the... Do I kill the Clef? Oh no, I still killed the Clef because that thing's at half. So yeah, he would have had to like crit a Knock Off or something. I do force a switch into Corsola, Sword Stance, boom, I win here. Based off of the Brave Bird recoil, I take 33% at most if I'm OHKOing something, so... the things I click Brave Bird on here are this thing, it's not at full, so I take like 20-something%. This thing, it's not at full, I take like nothing from recoil from this thing. And then this thing's at full, I take 33% chip from this. And then I just click CC on these three. Oh, and based off the Volt Switch damage from before, I knew that this thing was max HP, max special attack. Or max special attack, meaning he died. So I just click swords and it's here. Yeah, I win. Anyways, Brave Bird dies. Cursed body.
Aw, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Fuck this fucking game. Yeah, this happened. This really fucked with my head because I was like, I won here, I 5-0'd here. What's it called? Haluchi got 6 kills here. It's a little spoiler. If Curse Body didn't go off, I would be tied for #1 in standings right now, and then Halucha would be the kill leader, guaranteed, because the next highest Mon had 5. I think that's Pulsey Strikovish. So yeah, fucking Cursed Body. 30% equals 100%, I'm telling you. Same thing with Scald. Fuck! Because now, he can just bring in his Clef, or his... Oh, wait. Did that thing die? Oh. No, I just killed it. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. He can bring in his Clef here, and then he can also bring in his Venusaur here. I can't touch those. I do like 33% at most Clef. He's at 44, so fuck me. I have to go into Muck here and bluff that my last move is like Gunk Shot. He stays in here, goes for the Protect. Good play, I won't lie. Right here, no. That's not this part of the game, that's later. I just roost here to see if he's like Flamethrower or Fire Blast. He goes into Rotom Heat here. I know he's clicking Volt Switch, I really don't have a choice. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp here actually, which is fine, that's even better. Because of the Mug, I can just click, Recycle here. Because if he doesn't bring in anything that kills me, I just rest up here. I'm in a great position. Not great position at all. Muck just gets healed. That's the upside. I'm gonna make this a little faster. This game's going super slow. I'm sorry. So I go into Scissor here. He reveals Earth Power. This is where I'm like, okay, I have to pray that his last move is HP Fire and not a poison move. If it's a poison move, I pretty much lose here unless I make some God plays. Cause basically my best way of winning is what I planned for, Halucha. So I have to pray his last move is like HP Fire, and then I can set up a Swords Dance and start roosting on this thing. So, he goes for a lead sheet here. I just wing beat, chip this thing down a little bit, force it into a place where it has to click lead sheet or switch out. I go Coco here, expecting a lead sheet probably. Yeah, I think so. Either lead sheet or HP Fire. He goes Rotom here. I don't know if that was a prediction or anything. I just click Roost, heal on his volts. He goes into his Bell here. I'm like, okay, this thing die. No, not dies, but it gets severely chipped. It gets chipped to a point. Where I don't need Coco anymore. I don't need Raichu either. I'm putting all my chips in the middle. Like, I think that's the reference. Yeah, I basically the only way I win is if I set up with Lucha, so I just need to get him to a position where I can. So I bring in Muck here. I don't click Pursuit. I click Recycle. He goes for the Seed here. Okay, so I got happy when he switched his Venu in, and he's been seeding up first turn this whole game, so I knew he was gonna click Seed here. So I need to switch into Haluchana's Earth Power, then click Roost to get back to full, and then pray his last move is HP Fire. He Earth Powers like expected. I click Roost here, and then Sledge Bomb. So I lose. I lose here basically, because now Halucha can't win, and then he got the poison too, which is even worse. Cause now I can't even try to roost on this thing. I kind of make a stupid play here. Instead of just killing this thing off, oops. Okay, instead of just killing this thing off with the Brave Bird, I what's it called? I start clicking Roost here, and this is pretty dumb. All I'm doing is taking more chip, cause depending on not even depending on rules, I take I take 10% more than I'm getting back in return. So there's really no point in me of going for Roost there. That was a bad play. I think I lived if... No, recoil. I don't think I lived. But either way, it was a dumb play. I just go Raichu here. I don't even know what I expected at this point. I click Surf. That was good. He knows I'm Specs here, so we can go free into Clef. I have to go Scizor here, and then right here. Yeah, this is what happens. So, Rotom lived a bullet punch, I'm pretty... Yeah, it lived a bullet punch. And I'm like, okay, this thing's going into Rotom because that thing's low. Rotom is so free here. He knows I'm clicking bullet punch. Quad resisted. That thing lives. So the only way is if I click dual wing beat here, because that's a roll to KO. He stays in and clicks the teleport here. So, fuck me. Yeah, spoilers. I lose here. I just choked it so hard. I mean, he lived the bullet punch either way since that moved at 7. So, I mean, I had to do that. But still, fuck me. I played like shit. Let's just have this play out. I Electro Ball here expecting him to go into Clef. Yeah, I expected him to go into Clef, which is why I Electro Ball. He doesn't. He just clicks Volt here, which, like, that's a double choke. That's a double choke, man. And then he clicks up to the Crow. So, bad performance week 1. Horrible performance week 1. Hopefully we can bring it back next week. Yeah, I played like shit. A little bit of hacks, because I won, like, by a lot. If Curse Body didn't happen, but I won't be mad. Sorry if I sounded a little weird in this one. My throat's a little buggy. It's whatever. Is that it? Basically, yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, sub, comment. That shit. See you next week. Fuck cursed body, cursed body.